There is a trap that catches brilliant men more reliably than average ones. Not a trick, not a manipulation tactic someone runs on you. A trap built into the way intelligent people are wired, activated the moment they sit across from someone in a negotiation. It has ended partnerships, collapsed deals worth millions, and handed victories to people who had no business winning. And the worst part? The smarter you are, the more invisible this trap is to you. In 1907, Andrew Carnegie was negotiating the sale of U.S. Steel, the largest industrial transaction in American history at that point. The buyer's representatives arrived prepared. They had data, valuations, legal teams, counter-arguments stacked 3 layers deep. Carnegie arrived with one lawyer and said almost nothing for the first 2 hours. He listened. He asked one question. He let the other side talk. By the time the other team had finished presenting their case, they had revealed every pressure point they were operating under. Their timeline, their ceiling, their fear of walking away empty-handed. Carnegie didn't need to negotiate. They had already told him everything he needed to close on his terms. The trap wasn't set by Carnegie. It was set by intelligence itself. Specifically, the need that highly prepared, highly intelligent people have to demonstrate that preparation, to show what they know, to fill silence with competence. That need is the trap, and most men never see it coming. Psychologists call it the competence signaling trap, the deeply wired human behavior of demonstrating value through the display of knowledge, especially under social pressure. In normal social situations, it works. Intelligence is rewarded. Preparation earns respect. Speaking confidently builds status. But a negotiation is not a normal social situation. It is an information war, and every word you speak is intelligence you are handing to the other side. Principle 1. The first person to speak their real position loses. Every negotiation has a moment where one side reveals what they actually need versus what they say they want. The composed operator waits for that moment. The intelligent man, uncomfortable with silence and eager to demonstrate value, creates it himself, voluntarily. Principle 2. Questions are a more powerful weapon than arguments. Carnegie's single question in that boardroom did more work than 3 hours of counter-argument could have. A precisely placed question forces the other side to think, reveal, and often talk themselves into your position. The Stoics called this elenchus, Socratic dismantling, not through force, but through targeted inquiry. Principle 3. Silence is not empty, it is pressure. The human brain interprets unbroken silence as threat. When you stop talking and hold steady, the other person's nervous system registers a social vacuum and moves to fill it. Every time they fill it, they give you something. This is not manipulation. It is understanding how the mind responds to social pressure and refusing to relieve it prematurely. The trap, at its core, is this. Intelligent men confuse the arena. They bring the tools of academic debate, thoroughness, demonstration, articulation into a space that rewards restraint, patience, and strategic silence. The boardroom is not a lecture hall. The man who understands that controls every room he enters. The next time you sit across from someone in a negotiation, a deal, a salary conversation, a partnership discussion, run this single check before you open your mouth. Am I about to speak because I have something strategic to gain, or because silence is making me uncomfortable? If it's the second one, close your mouth. Wait. Let the silence work. Carnegie built the largest industrial empire in American history, not because he was the most articulate man in the room. He was the most patient. That patience was not natural. It was a studied, practiced, deliberate skill, and it is learnable. Next week on Ironframe, we study the man who defeated Rome's greatest military genius without fighting a single battle, the psychology of strategic withdrawal, and why doing nothing is sometimes the most aggressive move available to you. Subscribe if you want to think like that. I'll see you then.